My dad raised us to like think we were fucking straight up Apache. Like that's as a child, that's all.
Okay.
I really did identify as like an Indian. Like that
When
was
did you when did you start identifying more as white? Because that's what you would call yourself. Right?
Oh yeah, now.
So
purebred.
What do you? When did that change?
I reject all other parts of it.
Like any Mexican, you know? Only the European.
Yeah. Probably around 4th, 5th grade.
Okay. And was it because other people called you white, or was it because...
I think it was just because I eventually moved back down here and went to schools in Elmhurst and saw, this is what I relate to.
Oh, okay, all right.
It was weird. But, no, I'm not saying... Like, my dad didn't really... But it was just... We were very aware of our, like, Indian heritage.
Sure.
We were constant... Like, my dad is, like... That's how he grew up. So he regularly, our whole house was like strewn with like owl wings and
turquoise
everywhere, beads all over, leather
everything
fringe
had
and
fringe.
shit. Yeah, everything is made. Yeah, he'd always be making like leather sheaths for some fucking knife and like all kinds of shit.
And no matter what the object is, it has at least one feather hanging off of it, like on a string.
Many. So we were like very aware of it.
Did he grow up like in a traditional Native American setting or what?
He grew up in Carrizo Springs, Texas, which is, there's not one type. It's like desert Indian, you know what I mean? Sonoran, Mexico. That's where they all kind of right there.
Why are
at the
they
Rio
all out
Grande
there?
and shit.
I guess they got. Wait, you know what?
Yeah, well.
Speaking of the whites, there is this one thing. That was not quite fair.
It's a blemish.
Yeah,
it's a mark. Because
I literally just had the idiotic question pop into my head, and of course verbalized it. I was like, why are all the like Native Americans out west? You never see them around here. I'm like, oh yeah,
trains.
Yeah.
Because there were trains. But so he grew up in, my mom moved down there with him at one point when my older siblings were very young and moved in, and she was like, they had dirt floors.
No shit.
Yeah. It was a village where it was like, dirt floors and brujas and fucking,
really? Why don't they get floors?
They didn't have access.
What year was this?
This was probably 1970.
Oh, come on. You could get a floor in 1970.
They didn't. I don't think there was a lot of plumbing down there. And dude, this is where my dad
But was it just a way of life thing?
Like hatcheted in the head by another kid. Got 2 swipes to his head with a fucking hatchet as a youth.
What was that over?
I don't remember. A girl, probably.
Okay. Well, so he's like a teenager?
No. He was like 7 or 8 or something like that.
Oh, no shit.
They were little kids.
Passionate
They were fucking fighters, man. They were, When and I've heard the stories.
So he got hatcheted in the head?
When we were kids, apparently, because when I was born, we lived on a farm in Itasca. And
where's that?
Itasca.
That's like up north suburbs or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 53 and Irving Park.
Basically. Yeah, whatever. I was just trying to paint the picture more for potential listeners.
Yeah. So there were still some lingering Mexican gentlemen that lived with their families on our property from the days when my grandpa had barracks of migrant workers that worked for him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so, he worked up his way up to Jefe.
It's funny how, like, the evolution of families and stuff, like, if you go back, like, 2 generations, 3 generations, like, my family had all kinds of fucking busises and money and shit going on, and then it just fucking...
And now we're fucking making dick and fucking...
I gotta think it's not my fault, you know?
Well, you have to.
Yeah.
You have
to get by somehow. I have to sleep at night. But, But no, I know a lot of families are like that, where you're saying like your grandpa.
Connie says it was the early 70s. Yeah,
your grandpa had barracks of workers. Yeah, my family had like bars and restaurants and whatever fucking going on.
Oh yeah, so these guys were like leftovers,
I think.
That were just friends of my dad's. I remember this dude Aurelio. He was my favorite when I was a little baby.
So you had these,
but some of these guys had kids, and so then they would have competitions of who could pick their kid up by the hair. And whose kid would take longer to cry.
Oh my god!
Like this is the culture that they were fucking. Yeah, like
is that a Native American tradition, or is that just because they were like alcoholics?
That was just a culture, man. They would beat the fuck out. They'd kick in a puppy's head if it spooked their horse. They just didn't. It was a very rough ass.
Yeah,
those guys are. Yeah. The
Yeah.
whole Mexican side, it was a different, they were brought up different for sure.
I think in the Native American side, there are a lot of those like kind of brutal rites of passage for youths.
Oh,
you know, there was a lot of like tests of strength and shit like
the
that.
feats
And
of
like
strength.
Yeah, right. They were
my glasses.
the originators of Festivus.
Yeah. You don't need your glasses. You're weak.
This country was just one giant Festivus before the Europeans ruined it. You know,
That's a good point.
but yeah.
All right.
So
what are we at? 252. What do we got? We got one more thing. We're gonna.
oh, okay.
I don't know.
I was just gonna keep going about your dad. Or whatever.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just it's odd. I did identify that with that side. We all had like cowboy hats and cowboy boots and fucking rifles and you know what I mean.
Did you have those? What are those bolo
ties? We didn't actually.
My
no.
dad used to give me those sometimes because he would go on the road out west and he would bring us stuff, whatever, and it would always be like a bolo tie.
Yeah, there
like
was a certain type that wore fucking Western wear.
Yeah,
that weren't in the West.
But we never wore anything. I never knew why he was giving me those because I'm like, I don't know. What to
I
do
knew
with
some
this.
people.
Like,
I probably still know a few people around here.
What are you
that
supposed to
still
do with
go
it
with
even?
A
It's
bolo
just-
tie to like a wake or something, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, because what is it supposed to go around like a regular tie,
Yeah,
right?
it's like a string, and it goes like this, and there's
there's a metal part. Like,
like some ornamental fucking face plate, and then it's got two hooks in the back.
yeah, mine
that
would
go
always
around
have
those
like a
strings.
scorpion on it or something, you know. Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
That's like the Sinaloan cartel.
It's weird. The stuff. Oh, it is. That's yeah. No wonder things turned out the
what
way
was
they
your
did.
dad doing?
Yeah, right.
Hey, kid, I got you this.
He
Got
comes home with
fucking gunshot wound.
a briefcase with $80,000 and a bolo
A
tie.
gunshot to the arm.
Yeah, I
and
was
fucking-
playing guitar. There you go. No,
finding
but they
out
used
a
to
lot.
give us a lot of weird stuff when we were kids. Like we always also had coonskin hats.
Oh yeah, those were.
Have you seen a kid with that in fucking
Fuck
a
no! Could
million
you
years?
imagine
Like,
sending your kid with a fucking body of a raccoon on his head?
they
to
don't do that
school?
anymore, right? Is that?
No.
Yeah, we would have them at school and everything.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Yeah. It was in Christmas Story.
Yeah,
The
it
one
was
kid,
kind of a
the
cool
fucking
hat in the winter.
Farkas.
It was pretty warm sometimes.
Jonathan
Yeah.
Farkas wore one.
That's right.
Until it was beat off his head by fucking what was his name, Georgie.
God, I can't remember that movie. That's another one that just got played out to me.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not watching this anymore.
God, he says only JT had the bolo tie. I wasn't gonna say his name, but yep, JT did wear a bolo tie once in a.
It does a bolo tie
Boom.
conjures up a very specific image of
Yeah,
like
an oil tycoon.
like a boom, or I had like a boomhauer.
Yeah, or
in my
Boomhauer.
head, you
Yeah, I
know?
can see that.
Yeah,
when he has
like
to
if he had to get
gussied
dressed up. Yeah,
yeah, 100%. Actually, all of everyone on King of the Hill probably.
yeah. But then I don't know why they used to always give us like
Trinkets.
country things. Yeah, like I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, to this day, if you go to my
Remember
dad's
how you'd
house,
always
it's
get
all
a
like that.
rabbit's
It's all
foot? Like every fucking 2 weeks, somebody give you a rabbit's foot when you were a
you'd
kid?
be wearing
Like-
around the fucking skin body of a fucking raccoon on your head,
Yeah.
and you'd have in
Carrying
your
a
pocket
rabbit's
the
foot.
foot of a fucking dead rabbit.
And then you'd also have like a scorpion in a
in
amber
resin.
or whatever,
Yeah.
right? All kinds of that shit. Why was people always
yeah,
giving
no
me
shit.
that?
We all got fucking crazy.
I never wanted any of it. I don't think
No.
either. Like
They were fucking with us.
Or you'd get like an alligator foot sometimes if you're really lucky. You know. One time somebody gave me when I was a
got
kid
one.
an alligator head, which I maybe still have. I wish. Oh man, that might be something that just fucking got
Find it.
lost.
All
or
right,
something.
good night, Con.
But I also remember somebody giving me a whole blowfish, which I wish I knew what happened to that.
Really?
Yeah, a friend of mine moved to
What's
Florida.
the Japanese name for that?
Ooh,
I
can't
don't
remember.
Yeah. Wow.
It was on The Simpsons, but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Anyways, those are all the dead things people have given me.
Yeah, it used to be pretty commonplace to just have some dead animal part in your pocket or on your head.
Yeah, it's good
turns
luck,
out.
right?
Yeah. Yeah, so the wings of these bird wings, what my dad would do with those is you would take it, so you have this big fucking wing, like this big. I'll get up here like this. It's like that big. And it would
Like a
be like
crow
a
wing?
turkey
Like-
wing sometimes, like a wild turkey wing. Those are huge. And then like pheasant wings, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But so then you let it dry, like sort of out, you know what I mean? Spread a little bit. And then on the bottom, you like adorn it with leather and fucking beads and shit. You do this whole thing. And it's a fan. And it works fucking really good. It's a bird's wing, obviously. That's what it's made to do. So
Oh,
you're
sure.
like, and it just fucking.
Well, I mean, it's made to fly, but
Yeah,
whatever.
well, it was made to fucking cool my face.
Not
on
exactly serving its
on a
intended
hot
purpose.
Summer day.
Did you ever try like taking two of them and like jump off the porch or anything?
No.
I tried.
I jumped off everything. I was a fucking
when I was a kid, I had seen Winnie the Pooh do a fucking umbrella.
Oh yeah, dangerous.
You know? Okay, so yeah, they should have never showed us that, because then I started jumping off of stuff with an umbrella. But here's what happens: it just turns inside out immediately, and you just crash to the fucking
you just
ground.
break all your parents' umbrellas, and they're fucking pissed.
Right, and we also, me and my sister Katie tried. My mom caught us one time. Our backyard used to flood, and I was like, "Hey, I've seen this too. This might have been the thing from Winnie the Pooh." I'm like, "Dude, we'll just get an umbrella. We'll use it as a boat." I'm like, "Fucking stupid," you know. That's the type of thing.
You better have been like 2.
Oh, it's probably like 4. Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember we're like just getting into it, and I remember my mom looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know, and she starts coming over, and we're already like putting our weight on it, and we just tip over or break the umbrella, fall in the water. Because when you first put it on there, it floats on its own, so you think it's gonna work. You know what I mean? And if
at 4, maybe.
Yeah, man.
Maybe.
I was sick of finding.
But imagine being our parents, just watching the idiocy that we do as a child, just being like, "God damn it, I got one of these."
I remember in that same yard overhearing, because you know how you used to sneak around the house sometimes to eavesdrop or whatever, or you might hear people talking and you just fucking sneak up.
Yeah,
and,
obviously, I'm a fucking sneaky dude.
I remember like we had been playing Ninja Turtles, and there was 2 like metal poles from like an old laundry line.
Okay.
And that was Bebop and Rocksteady. This is the power of imagination, of course. And so that was, we would be there just fucking hitting these things with our makeshift weapons for hours on end.
Yes.
And I remember overhearing my mom talking to my dad and her going, I mean, is this like, should we be, they're just out there just pounding on that pole all day and screaming insults at it, and like, you know, and my dad's like, "Oh, no, that's fine. That's normal, you know."
Yeah, I would probably be in her
boys
camp.
do. It's like, what is this? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if this is healthy.
She was very confused about that stuff, and well, we were obsessed with karate, you know, at that age,
as
and
any
it was like
young boy is.